Are you too active to do keto? Hi, I'm Noah from Keto as a Family. That's an actual excuse that I've heard from people, that they are too active to live a ketogenic lifestyle, that their body needs such a high amount of carbohydrates that they could not possibly live and or perform in a ketogenic state. Now we know this is false for several reasons. It goes back about 100 years ago when a Navy researcher went to the Antarctic and lived with the native indigenous people there. And by default, they live in ketosis. Because of the weather, they're unable to grow certain vegetables and they have to live mainly on animal products. Yet these people not only survived, they thrived on a high-fat, minimal protein diet. His mind was blown and he was convinced when he came back, and he wrote a slew of research papers and actually conducted some research on his own. These folks did all of their daily activity and all the rigors of living in such an auspicious environment as the Antarctic. So this goes to show you that you can live, work out, be active, be your normal self on a high-fat, modest protein, minimal carbohydrate diet. That your body won't stop functioning. Yes, it does take some time for you to become fat adapted, to become a true fat burner, switching out of your sugar burner ways. We're someone who relies on glucose as their source of energy. But this is not impossible, and it's done all the time. Matter of fact, Dr. Stephen Phinney and Dr. Jeffrey Volek wrote a great book called The Art and Science of Low Carbohydrate Performance. In that book, they detailed many accounts of triathletes, professional bicyclists who are in a ketotic state, that is to say, on keto, and go on to perform as well, if not better, than their sugar burner counterparts. Now, the average human, when they carb load, like you hear a lot of athletes say before a marathon or a big race or a big event, they're going to carb load. They consume a bunch of carbohydrates to store them into glycogen in their body, which is sugar that'll be ready to be burned, if you will, by the muscles. Anywhere from 2,000 to 3,000 calories of energy when they carb load. However, a fat-adapted athlete has anywhere from 40,000 to 100,000 calories of energy at their disposal. No matter how lean you are, we all have fat under our skin that our bodies can break down and convert into energy. So a fat-adapted athlete is an athlete who can go longer distances, have greater endurance, undergo less oxidative stress on their tissue and their body in general while carrying out rigorous physical activity. Now, there are different things. Some people will say, well, you need carbohydrates for that explosive power. So, to that I would say, you have glycogen stored in your muscles. No matter how fat adapted you are, you will never 100% deplete the glycogen stores in your muscles. And they've proven this by doing muscle biopsies on athletes that are both either A, sugar burners, or B, fat burners. And they have found that even the fat burners still have glycogen stores in their muscles that their muscles can use for fast, explosive reaction. Now, there may be a little lag time when you first enter a ketogenic diet to when you become fully fat adapted. And that depends on everyone as an individual. This is not a one-size-fits-all. Everyone's body's different. Some people are insulin resistant, some people are insulin sensitive. Some people are carbohydrate resistant or intolerant, and some people are carbohydrate tolerant. So the amount of carbohydrate, just like the amount of insulin in your blood, is dependent on every individual. And that amount of carbohydrate may be something that you can titrate or raise or lower depending on your results. But we do know that the research has shown us to be in ketosis and maintain a ketogenic state, you must not consume more than 5% of your daily calories as carbohydrates. Now, what your daily calories are depends on your physical size, your weight, your gender, your age. There's a lot of variability that goes into that. And that's why using an app like Keto Diet, or any app that you prefer, which calculates your daily macros, so your fat, your protein, and your carbohydrates, and your big bucket of calories that you have for the day, that will help you because it will guide you. And tracking your weight, tracking your blood glucose, and tracking your blood ketones, which is the most effective way, in keeping a journal of this, will guide you in figuring what is too much and what is not enough when it comes to carbohydrates, if you are that active of a person. Because there's a common misconception that keto is for lazy people. Now that is not true, because when you go out and start moving, your body needs energy. Your body is not going to create energy in excess. So on demand, your body makes energy, and if you're a fat burner, your body will make energy out of fat in the form of ketones, and your body will burn those ketones. Whatever ketones are left over, you simply excrete through your urine or you breathe out. If you are a sugar burner, your body makes energy. Now, if you take in more energy than you can burn, instead of urinating it out, insulin is turned on and tells that glucose, do your job, get in the cell, and puts the glucose into your cells. And when your cells are full, you make more. And that is in the form of fat. That's how that becomes a problem when you're a sugar burner. The misconception that you cannot live an active lifestyle and or be in ketosis simultaneously is false. You can be a high-performing athlete who is in ketosis. All you got to do is search YouTube, and you can find video after video after video of power lifters and CrossFitters and endurance athletes and professional basketball, football, baseball players who are in ketosis, because it helps them recover quicker, it helps them have more endurance because they're not hitting the wall, and it helps them fight inflammation and aches and pains that they get from abusing their body daily through such rigorous activity. And for times when your body does need that glucose, there's a process called glyconeogenesis, where your liver can convert protein into glucose. So it's the actual act of making glucose, new glucose, out of protein. So that's why the protein in your diet, when you eat a high-fat, modest protein, minimal carbohydrate diet, leaves you that ability for your body to still make glucose when it needs it. So you really get the best of both worlds. You get the long endurance properties of burning ketones, and also the ability to switch and make glucose when your body absolutely needs it. So you don't have to suffer all of the problems of someone who eats a high carbohydrate, high sugar diet. You get to stay in ketosis and let your body do this cool trick of glyconeogenesis when it absolutely needs some glucose. If you like this video, please share it with a friend or family member, hit the like button, and don't forget to subscribe. Please turn on the notification button so every time I put a great idea on video, you're the first one to know about it. Thanks so much for watching, and have a great day.